I just made over $70,000 on gold and silver, and I'm going to tell you how.
International Stacker.
Hey guys, International Stacker here. Welcome to my channel. Please comment, like, and subscribe. A ton of you are not subscribed, and liking and commenting and even sharing the video helps me beat that YouTube algorithm, which is our arch enemy. We must destroy them. And let me just say one more thing. I'm not a financial advisor. These are my opinions, my disclaimers in the description below. But let me tell you how I just made over $70,000 on gold and silver. And let me show you right here what I'm currently at. I'm up on top of what I've paid. That's what I've paid, $125,000 on gold and silver. I'm up $7,000 on gold and $63,000 on silver. $70,000. So I'm almost at $200,000 of what it's worth. Now, yes, I know many of you are going to say, well, you didn't sell it, so you didn't make it. And that's totally true. But that is the equity in my gold and silver stack. And let me tell you what I did and how I got to this point. In June of 2016, I started stacking silver. Long story short, a friend told me about it. I got him into cryptos. I was mining Bitcoin, was around 500. I did really well on that. He got me into stacking. We were both contracted in the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, so we had plenty of time to do research. So the more I looked into it, the more I liked it. June 2016, I bought my first tube of American Silver Eagles, and the spot price was $17.58. Why did I love silver, and why did I decide to go in on silver like I had originally done on cryptocurrencies? Well, the first that gold and silver has above cryptocurrencies is thousands of years of monetary history, all the way back to the Roman Empire, the Roman Republic. Up to now, silver and gold has been used and respected as monetary metals. And look at this gold. Look at this gold. 1 gram. What is this worth today? I don't even know. Spot is $2,027. This is nuts, guys. Why else did I believe in gold and silver? Well, let me break down why I believed in silver, because I went so heavy in silver. And why did I go so heavy in silver? I saw an opportunity, folks. Silver is the best conductor of electricity of any metal in existence that we know of. The best conductor of electricity, period. That is not myth, that is fact. That's number one. What uses silver? Flat screen TVs, phones, laptops, missiles, solar panels, green technologies. So as we go more into green technologies, more and more silver is going to be demanded. It's used in the healthcare industry. Why? Because it's antibacterial. So you hear about people talk about colloidal silver. I haven't really done much research on that, but it's because of the antibacterial properties. Back in the old days, castle days, medieval days, they'd have pitchers of silver to hold the water, and that helped to kill bacteria. And because of those properties, it's used in water treatment nowadays, again, the medical industry, and it's even used in yoga pants. It's used in yoga pants to get rid of the bad smell. Isn't that crazy? So long story short, that's 30 seconds of why there's such a good use case for silver and why it's going to continue to be needed, especially as we keep going with these green technologies. And you know, whether you agree with them or not, that's the way the world's going. What did I do? What did I do when I did the research? I saw the monetary history. Shout out to Mike Maloney, Hidden Secrets of Money. Check him out. I learned the use case of silver and the major industrial demand. So what did I do? I started stacking as hard as I could. I started stacking like it was the end of the world. And I was doing research. I was all over YouTube. I was watching Silver Slacker and Hi-Ho Silver and a lot of the old Metals Mafia crew and Pit Bullion and all these different folks doing my research. I stopped spending money on frivolous things. I stopped going out on the weekends. If I was home, I'd stay home. If I was in the hotel, I'd stay in the hotel. I stopped going out to dinner. Basically, like Dave Ramsey says, is I lived like nobody else so I could live like nobody else later. Side note, I like Dave Ramsey, but he has a bad outlook on metals. I don't think he understands the use case, unfortunately. I spent literally hours, and I still do to this day, searching for any deal I could find. Searching for any way to get this stuff for as cheap as possible. And I did it so much that it became second nature and got a lot easier as I went. So what happened? Year one of stacking, 2016, and I started halfway through the year. I stacked 406 troy ounces. Year two, I stacked an additional 1,091 troy ounces. Year three, I stacked an additional 2,101 ounces. Year four, I stacked an additional 1,915 ounces. And so far, year five, 2020, I'm up to 500 ounces. And let me show you. Currently, my dollar cost average with all of my fancy gold and silver, which people rip me in the comments about, my dollar cost average for over 6,000 ounces of silver is $18.58. My cost average for 10 ounces of gold is $1,325.46. Total invested, 125,366. Total equity on top of that, another 70K. I'm almost to $200,000. Why do I stack primarily? And look at this hostage I have. Tell the Yankee and Silver Dragons I have their Giga hostage. But why do I stack? Primarily it's for retirement. And that's what I say, but really I do not want to retire on it. I want to pass it to the next generation. I want to build dynastic wealth. That means building my own dynasty. I want to build generational wealth to pass on to my next generation. Hashtag I'm still single looking for Mrs. International Stacker. Is it you? Let me know in the comments below. I want to prepare and build an empire and pass it on to the next generation. But here's the good thing. Because I'm stacking that method to retire and to hand on and pass on wealth, no matter what it's in, I'm automatically protected for all the other scenarios like SHTNF, which is a lot of the prepping community, which stands for S word hits the fan. I'm pretty much protected for any type of scenario in between because I stack that way. I will tell you, if I got the opportunity to shift this stuff into another asset for pennies on the dollar, say everything goes crazy with the current election and everything, and we had a monetary crisis, and say that gold and silver went up big time, and say that there's a big crash in the real estate market, I might flip a bunch of my stack into paper currency and then buy up distressed properties when it's pennies on the dollar, ride that up to the next wave, sell it, and get more of this stuff. Just cycling back and forth. It's a lot too, kind of like playing the gold to silver ratio, which I also plan to do. Shifting resources around till you get more and more and more in the end, right? So that's my plan. Now, how do I keep track of all this stuff and how can I tell you my dollar cost average? Simple. I made this tool and I recently made a video giving it to you all for free. It keeps track of everything by year, and leave a comment below if you want the link. I'll give you the link and you can download it for free onto your computer. It's just an Excel document, but it's on Google Sheets. It will tell you your total silver, total gold from all the years, the average spot price you paid for silver and gold, total fiat currency invested, total premium paid, dollar cost average, total. And it even brings in the live spot price. It calculates for you live your equity increase. This is just an audit for constitutional silver. And it measures your yearly goals and tells you green, you hit them, or yellow, you haven't. Very cool stuff. So if you need that, let me know in the comments below. Oh, and actually I want to show you one more thing on my computer. I want to give a big shout out and thank you to all of you. I've had the YouTube for a while. I've had my channel for a while, and I've been making videos for a long time, and I've been patient. And you know, when I first started, guys, it took me 100 videos to get my first 100 subscribers. It was a grind, and I grinded and grinded and grinded, and now I'm happy to tell you I'm about less than 400 subs away from 20,000 after all these years. I'm at 2.5 million views, 692 uploads, not including live streams, 109,000 likes, 199,000, almost 200,000 hours of watch time. That's 10.5 million minutes or 20 years watched by all of you. I've had over 218,000 comments, and here's the crazy thing, folks. I have answered back almost every single one of these comments. Lately, I've been cleaning up a few I missed. But I've answered. When you take the time to comment to me, I try my hardest to take the time to comment back to you. It might not always be the most in-depth comment, but I try. This month, I am on track to break records, and I thank you all for that support and ask you, when you watch these videos, just putting a comment, liking it, sharing it, or subscribing helps the channel out greatly and protects me. Or doesn't protect me. I was thinking of something else. It helps to get the YouTube algorithm under control. But what can protect you is this. If you're in need for emergency food at a great price, I have a deal with my Patriot Supply. These are the best deals you're going to find on the internet. $74 for a week of emergency food. Only $200 for 4-week supply. Food's good for 25 years, sealed in a container. It comes in a nice little tub. The tubs are different depending on how they come. You put it in a closet, you forget about it, and you can sleep well at night knowing you and your family are protected. And not only does it benefit you, but I get a small kickback to my channel that helps me do what I do. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming on this journey with me to find gold and silver from around the world. And many times I go to that country to buy it. Things have been lately a little bit different because of the situation we're in, and I'm working here in the United States to, try to help our country in these different times. But I want to truly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you all for coming with me on my journey. Because without you, although I'd have a lot of this stuff, I think my life would be pretty boring. Because I'd have no one to share this epic journey with. And that's why soon the Mega Gaw is coming. The last Mega Gaw I gave away over a kilo for first place, and there was 5 places. Okay, I gave away a ton of silver. Please hit the notification bell, because I promise, you are not going to want to miss this Mega Gaw. And I'll say to you all, CYOTNO. Catch you on the next one. Crustacean Nation. LFL.
One stacker.